Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm back with another video of organizing my scrap room. Now last weekend I did a pretty good cleanup of my scrap room. You should be seeing that video soon. But then I started looking and I have these iris containers that I got at Michael's scrapbook case, they're called, and they are just filled with embellishments. So I need to go through them, separate them by color, and then put them in my other iris tray that has the little containers divided by color so that everything is easily accessible. As you can tell, I have one here that's full. I have one here that's full. I have one to the right of me that's full of embellishments. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to separate, you know, the sticker sheets off to the side and just kind of, you know, like I said, divide it by color, but also make it so that I can access these embellishments a whole lot better. Like these sticker books, you know, they're just sitting in there and I didn't even know. These here. Nice stickers. This is all stuff that, you know, I'm not using right now. And all together, I have a Project 100 on my channel. That's going to be every Wednesday that I'm making 100 page kits from my scrapbook scraps. And then I'm going to need to add embellishments to all of those page kits. And also on Patreon, you know, I'm going to be making, throughout the year, I'm going to be making 133 page kits there. And, you know, I'm making page kits all over the place. Right now, I'm working on a Scrapathon, and I'm doing 31 page kits for that. So I'm going to need a ton of embellishments. And I want to make it so that when I'm looking for the embellishments, it's a whole lot easier process for me. Now, if you remember, I have that basket full of embellishments too. I got to go through that and make sure that I divide that by color also. But I thought I would start with this because I'm putting 100 page kits plus Scrapathon. I figured this way, if I have this also to put the page kits together, it's going to make my life a whole lot easier. And then I'm going to find, like maybe once this is empty, I can use this iris tray for just the bigger chipboard stickers and the pattern paper that are cut aparts, instead of having, you know, a whole bunch of different things in there that I can hardly go through it. And things like this, like when there's only like a few things left, and same with the stickers. Like right now I'm just taking them out, but when there's only going to be a few things left, I'm actually going to, you know, separate them, and then they'll go in the color. So, you know, that will go with pink, and this will go with gray, and that'll go with green. And then that way I don't have this big 12 by 12 sheet anymore. That's gonna help a lot. And then when I go through, and if everything's done by color, then when I pick a specific page kit or paper kit, I can say, okay, well, I'm looking for greens and yellows, so I can go directly to that file. Same with this, you know, like I'm not going to do that right now, but I'm going to cut that out and I'm just going to put it in the color. I mean, there's just like random empty kits. I do like this though. So this I'll cut off, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's got some texture. It's got purple, pink, and yellow on this. So this I can use for sure. I use the backing of embellishments all the time. This I can cut apart and just put it in the color. Same thing with this. I mean, there's barely anything, so I can easily switch this from purple and, you know, green. This I'm going to keep because I can use. So I have several piles here, and I have a few that's off camera because there is a lot of stuff. Like this, there's one label left, like it needs to be used up. Okay. And as fun as it was going through that basket to, you know, digging for treasures, I kind of called it. When you're making that many paper kits or page kits, it can get kind of annoying after a while. So that's why I was like, okay, no, we need to get this separated and into colors. Okay, so I'll chat for a bit while I'm doing this, and eventually what I'll do is I'll just put this on fast forward for a little bit and do like a little voiceover. But then at some point I'll just even stop recording, and then I'll just separate all this into colors, and I'll probably come back and just show you a snippet of it, and then also show you what it looks like at the end. Look at all these. Like, they're just sitting in there, not getting used. So it's gonna, it was a much needed thing. Plus it's gonna, after that, it's probably gonna free up a few of these containers. Like I said, I'm gonna keep one that I'm going to put the die cuts like this. So when I start putting page kits together, I can just still bring this out and just have like big sticker sheets and the chipboards stickers, you know, the ones that are almost full. I'll have that in here. Like, there's not one sticker taken off of this. So lots of embellishments there. And this is an acetate. Okay, and this is cut apart. Okay, so again, the first step is just, you know, take everything out, and then I'll work on making it into colors. So I'll put you on fast forward now for a bit, and then we'll go through another one of these iris containers and empty it all out. Okay, so I don't have too much to say about this whole process, except sometimes in order to save time in the long run, you have to put the time up front. So in order that for me putting page kits will be that much faster by separating all these embellishments, in the long run, it's going to save me time. But in the moment, this took me, I think I said 2.5 hours, but then when I really looked at the time, it was more like 3 hours later. That's how long it took me to go through 3 containers and divide all the embellishments. But right now I am putting a ton of page kits together, between the page kits for the Scrapathon and the page kits for Patreon and the page kits for the project that I'm doing for YouTube, Project 100. I am putting a lot of page kits together, and what I noticed was doing the paper pattern part is quite quick. You know, between 5 and 10 minutes, I grab the pattern papers that I need and I make a paper kit. But adding the embellishments in is taking me more like 10 to 15 to 20 minutes per page kits, and that is just too long. And if you remember, I had this basket that is full of embellishments. That basket is full of embellishment. That will be the next thing that I tackle, that I separate. But I had these 3 iris containers that I wanted to empty out, and once I was finished that, it completely filled my smaller iris containers.
So I think I'll wait a little bit, put quite a few more pages together, and kind of dwindle those die cuts that I have in my containers, and then I'll separate that basket of die cuts. But even though this took me 3 hours to do, I totally find that it was totally worth it.
Okay, so 2.5 hours later, I have 2 of these pretty much empty. There's one that it has my trays in it. I'll show it to you. And there's still embellishments in there, but I had no more room to put them in the containers. So see, I have 1 and 2. They're all divided by color, but this thing is full. So I don't have any more room to add the rest of that. So let's say like this is black and I have all of this, but it won't fit. Like it's so full. I might have room in the yellow and maybe the brown, so I could divide a few more of these, but like the blues and the pinks and the black, I just have no room. So I'm going to call it good. These are nice and full now. So now I can put some page kits together. And another thing, so basically, you know, I emptied 3 of those, and one of them, this is how I have it all separated. I have the 6x12 stickers on this side. I have the 12x12 stickers on the bottom. I have some of the frames. So now when I'm doing my page kits, everything is in order. Everything is clean, organized. I can, for the flatter stuff, I can go through these containers. And then if I want to, you know, I like adding some embellishments with some thickness to them. So then I can go through here because there's chipboard stickers, there's, you know, these frames, there's wood veneer. And then I can go through this to kind of finish off my embellishment clusters. So that's it. That's one more thing that is more organized in my craft room. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.